That is tyranny. And I will not stand for tyranny. I will not live in tyranny. This is my country. I have a right to say what I want to say. I have a right to live my life the way I want to live my life. And nobody or no government or no thing is going to take that away from me. Now, if you come into this thinking that you're not going to get a bloody nose, you never go into a fight not expecting to get busted in the nose. If you get busted in the nose in a fight and you're not expecting it, guess what? It takes you out of the fight, and worse yet, it takes you, or takes the fight out of you. So you're going to get bloody. You're going to get beat up. You're going to get called names that you don't like. You're going to be called things that you don't want to be called. You're going to lose things that you don't want to lose. Hello, this is a fight for our freedom against a great evil. And so I am expecting to get bloody. I'm expecting to get punched in the nose. I'm expecting to lose things. But one thing I will not lose is my freedom or my fight. I will not lose my freedom or my fight. I look at our brothers standing around here and our sisters standing around in their camouflage, part of the Ohio militia. I'm not a part of that. I don't want to see us go into battle. You understand the last civil war we had in this country took 2.5% of the American population out. 800,000 people lost their life in that last civil war in America. You take those same numbers and equate them to today's population, that's over 700 million people would die in a civil war. I do not want to see that. And no right-thinking individual wants to see that. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm praying that it don't. But if it does, we need those people to stand for us. And I will join them in that fight. But right now, I am here trying to do this in a peaceful way. The 1776 Restoration Movement is just one movement in this country trying to take our country back in a peaceful manner. But we need those people. We need those that are willing to fight and die for this country to stand behind us and say, we're with you. And I am behind them. I'm with them. They may not agree with my methods right now, but I agree with who they are. You understand that up until just about a year ago, that is the way I thought you brought tyranny to its knees, is with the Second Amendment. That was the only way I thought. And so I had prepared myself just like they have. I prepared myself for that eventuality because I feared that that was the only way that we were going to make it happen. And I was trained that the Second Amendment was the only way that it would happen. But I got to reading our Constitution a little deeper. I started reading our history a little deeper. And I found out that long before they ever resorted to the militias, they were negotiating with a, hate to say it this way, but he was a venereal-ridden, brained tyrant. They negotiated with him for years before they ever resorted to arms. And that's who I am. Those same people that negotiated turned around and took up arms against him. That's me. I will negotiate until they will negotiate no further. And then we do what we got to do. But until then, we must become honorable men and women. Everything we do has to be done with honor. It is not that we win the war only. It's how we win this war. And I want to, at the end of this, to be able to look my grandbabies in the eye. And my grandbabies be able to look me in the eye and say, Papa, you've always been a man of honor. If I go down, let me go down in honor. Don't let my legacy be that of a dishonorable man. I want to be an honorable man. When I pull my feet up into my bed for the last time and my family gathers around me and they wish me goodbye and I'll see you over yonder, I want to die a man of honor. And I will die a man of honor. Not because I deserve honor. I'm a sinner. I'm a poor, pitiful sinner. But I've got an amazing God and an amazing Savior. And He has instilled in me that desire to be better than what I am and better than what I thought I could be. And that's why I'm here today. It's time that all these groups come together and say, you know what? Let's work together to restore a constitutional republic. Let me start on this just a moment. We are not, and we have never been, nor will we ever be, a democracy. I saw a comment on one of the social media that I'm on the other day. Guy was talking about we're a republic, not a democracy, and somebody got on there and had the stupidity to say, well, we vote for our leaders, that makes us a democracy. No, it's a democratic process inside of a republic. There is a philosophical difference between a democracy and a republic, and it's just very simple. A democracy focuses on collective rights. Have you noticed how many collective rights we're seeing today? As a matter of fact, the United States Supreme Court just struck down some of those collective rights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to just say it. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for getting those people in that position that we can start to see the change that we're starting to see. And I'm not a Kool-Aid drinking Trump guy. I'm looking at everybody very, very meticulously. This next vote I cast, it's everything. We've said it for years. This next election is the most important election, and it has been. It's built up to now is if this next election doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, then we're in deep, deep, deep communist problems. So thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you. Because we are winning. We are winning. A democracy focuses on collective rights, groups of people that have special rights, people that are given rights that other people are not given. Whereas a republic focuses on individual liberties. It brings it down to you alone. You have the same rights that I have. And if I get a group of people together, we don't have collectively individual liberty. We have each individual the same rights. You don't need a special flag to say, I need rights for this special flag that I march under. All you need is an American flag that says, this flag says, I'm free to do what I want. I'm free to live my life how I choose. Biblically, I don't agree with homosexuality. That's my religious belief. But who am I? Am I God to say that you can't be gay? Am I the one that's going to judge you on the last day? Can I tell you you can't sleep with another one of your same sex? I can be morally against that, but politically, a republic-minded individual says, you got a right to live how you want to live, and I got a right to say, you are wrong, but you still do what you want to do. That's how it is. Am I going to take away from that individual the rights that God gave them? You understand that God gave them the right to live a sinful lifestyle? He doesn't make you live a righteous lifestyle. He says choose. So am I better than God to say you can't choose? No. I'll never put myself even close to God. That's His business. But freedom in this country is my business. And it's your business. You got to understand that there are people working against us right now that when they get off of work, instead of going home and vegging out to YouTube videos or slamming back a couple of beers and watching a football game or a basketball game or a baseball game, they go out to their meeting. And they collectively come together and say, what are we going to do to take this country away from the freedom-loving people? We're going to have to change our lifestyle. We're going to have to make this every waking moment of our days. We've got to fight like we've never fought before. We've got to do things that make us uncomfortable. We've got to do things that we've never done before. We've got to shake hands and meet with people and talk with people and work with people that we would have never. Look, I started this about a year and a half ago, right up here. About a little over a year ago, right up here, Cambridge. When the convoy came through, I pulled my big truck in there. I had flags flying everywhere. And that's when I joined the convoy. When it shut down, I was ticked off and I left. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people came and said, we're not done. We want you to lead us. And I said, I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be a leader. I said, I got no money. I got no food. I got no logistics. I don't even have a place for you to park tonight. And within 15, 20 minutes, I got people sitting back here that can verify that they were there. Within 15 or 20 minutes, I had $11,000 cash in my hand. You're going to have to finance this fight. You're going to have to finance it. They're giving their time, their lives, their money to this fight that they're on. We're going to have to match that. Now listen to me. They took this from us. They have taken we are no longer a constitutional republic. I'll prove it. You think we're a constitutional republic? We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. One, in order to form a more are we a more perfect union today than what we ever have? No, we're falling apart. Establish justice. Do you really think there's justice in America today? Ensure domestic tranquility. That's peace within our borders. Do you feel like we got domestic tranquility today? Provide for the common defense. Do you really feel like we're being defended like we used to be defended as an American population? To promote the general welfare. Have you seen the prices of food lately? Have you seen the price of fuel and gas lately? They're not providing for our general welfare. And to ensure and to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves, our posterity, the blessings of liberty to myself and my children and my grandchildren. Do you really feel like that's secure right now? No. Folks, I haven't even made it out of the preamble, and they've broken every single word of that. We are no longer a constitutional republic. And they took it from us without firing one shot. So when I begin to look at what we need to do to bring our country back, all I done was reverse engineer how they took it from us. If they can take it from us, if that group, if those bunch of cowards, I'll say the right words here. Sometimes I go kind of off. But if that bunch can take my country without firing a shot, am I so pathetic and lazy and ignorant that I can't take it back without firing a shot? I reversed engineered how they took it, and that's all we got to do. How did they take it from us? They came together. A small group of people. Everybody tells me, I'm trying to build my group. I can't get anybody to come. Good. That's fine. Doesn't take a lot. You start with what you got and you build on it. They come together. They sit down at each other's kitchen tables. They started renting bigger buildings until they got a group of people, and they started electing the right people with their message to the State House, to the mayor's office, and to the federal halls of Congress until they took our country from us. All we've got to do is the same thing. So it's really simple. It's going to take some time, but more importantly, it's going to take all of these groups, including my militia friends, working together. Because you understand that the Second Amendment is the nuclear option. When you pull the trigger on that, this right here, we essentially end this. We've overthrown this government. If we work within this to restore this, it remains. But if we come in with arms, we've destroyed this. And can you promise me what crawls up out of those ashes will be better than this? We can use this to overcome them. We must use this as much as we can. They are the nuclear. You know why Russia's afraid of us? You know why China's afraid of us? Because we do have nukes. Do you know why they're wanting to take our guns right now? It's not because they care about kids in school. It's not because they care about the murder in the streets. That's not why they want to take away our guns. They're afraid of that nuclear option that every American citizen has a right to. Doesn't mean that we're going to use it, but it's there. And you better believe, if it comes to that, then we'll have to do that. But we don't have to do that right now. Prepare for it, but let's please come together, work together, and let's take our country back. I'm not doing this for me. I'm 58 years old. I bought my last truck about 1.5 years ago. Got a 5-year loan on it. 5 years, I'm retiring. I could probably eke out the rest of my life, be okay. But I got a little boy, he's 3 years old. When he looks at me and calls me Papa, tears my whole heart out of me. And I'm telling you, my grandson is not going to grow up in a sick, perverted, perverse country like it's going right now. I promise you, my grandson will not grow up in that kind of environment. And the only reason he won't is because I and you will make the change. Stand up, stand together, and let's work to take back our country.
Like we always do about this time.